Far away in the dark space, a big planet called Vera, lived many strong and tall aliens. They were much bigger than humans. Their skin was smooth, and their eyes shone like stars. They were proud of their size and power. For them, humans were tiny and weak. One day, a small spaceship arrived on Vera. Inside was a human named Leo. He was part of a group sent by Earth to explore new worlds. Leo was curious and brave. He wanted to learn about new life and new friends. When he stepped out of his ship, he looked up at the giant planet and its giant people. The aliens watched him carefully. To them, Leo looked like a little child next to their tall bodies. Nara was one of the strongest aliens. She was tall, with long arms and wide shoulders. She came close to Leo and smiled with a playful look. "I'm too big for you, human," she said, her voice deep and soft. Her eyes looked down at him like he was a small animal. Leo smiled back, but he did not feel afraid. His heart was strong. "Try me," he whispered softly. Nara was surprised. She was not used to someone so small to speak so confidently. Usually humans ran away or were scared, but Leo was different. He looked at her with calm eyes. That moment was the start of something new. Nara felt a strange feeling in her chest. It was like a warm light, small but bright. She wanted to know more about this brave human. Over the next few days, Leo stayed on Vera. The aliens watched him closely. They saw how he moved, how he talked, how he smiled. To them, his small size made him look fragile, but Leo showed them he was smart. He fixed broken tools, helped people, and shared stories about Earth. Nara decided to visit Leo. She walked through the tall trees of Vera's forests and found him near a small river. Leo was looking at the water and thinking, "Hello, Leo," Nara said gently. Leo looked up and smiled. "Hello, Nara, you came." Nara sat down on a big rock. She was so tall that the rock looked small under her. "You are not afraid of me," she said. "No," Leo replied. "I know you are strong, but that does not scare me. I want to be your friend." Nara was happy to hear this. She told Leo stories about her people and their history. Leo shared stories about humans and Earth. They laughed and learned. The world felt less big when they were together. One evening, under the 2 moons of Vera, Nara looked at Leo and said, "I never met a human like you. You are small, but you have a big heart." Leo smiled softly. "And you are big, but you have a kind soul." Nara's eyes shone brighter. She reached out and took Leo's hand. The aliens around watched silently. This small human and tall alien were becoming friends. Maybe more, but not all were happy. Some aliens thought this friendship was strange. "How can a human be a friend to us?" they whispered. "We are strong, they're weak." Leo and Nara did not care. They knew that strength was more than just size. It was courage, kindness, and trust. One day, Nara said to Leo, "Come to my home. I want you to see where I live." Leo nodded. Together, they walked through tall forests and huge mountains. Nara's home was big and beautiful. It was made of shining stones and soft light. Leo looked around in wonder. Nara showed him her people's way of life. She explained their traditions and values. Leo listened carefully. He wanted to understand everything. As days passed, their bond grew stronger. They shared meals, stories, and dreams. Leo showed Nara how humans think about the stars and the future. Nara told Leo about her people's hopes and fears. One night, when the sky was full of stars, Leo looked at Nara and whispered, "Try me." Nara smiled, feeling the warmth again. She knew this small human was ready to face the world with her. And so, on a big, far planet, 2 different souls met and chose to walk together. The story of Leo and Nara was just beginning. After their first meetings, Leo and Nara grew closer every day. Leo learned more about the aliens' way of life, and Nara wanted to understand humans better. But their differences were clear. Nara's world was huge and strong, while Leo's was small and clever. One morning, Nara invited Leo to visit the Great Hall of Vera. It was a giant building made of shining metal and glowing stones. Inside, the leaders of the aliens met to make important decisions. Nara wanted Leo to see how her people lived and ruled. As they entered the hall, many aliens stopped and stared at Leo. They whispered among themselves. Some looked angry, others confused. It was unusual for a human to be inside the Great Hall. Nara held Leo's hand tightly. "Do not be afraid," she said. "They do not understand us yet." Leo nodded, felt small but brave. He knew he had to show the aliens that he was more than his size. The leader of Vera was a tall alien named Kalo. His voice was deep and strong. "Nara, why do you bring this human here?" he asked. Nara stood straight. "He is my friend, and he is more than he seems. I ask you to listen." Kalo looked at Leo closely. "You are small and weak. What can you do for Vera?" Leo looked around the room. He saw many eyes watching him. He took a deep breath and spoke. "I am not strong like you, but I have ideas. I can help you solve problems and find new ways to live." The room became quiet. No one spoke. Kalo seemed surprised. Nara smiled. Leo helped fix the machines that no one else could. Learns quickly and thinks in ways we do not. One of the aliens, a woman named Mira, stepped forward. "If this human can help, why not try? But we must test him." Kalo nodded. "Very well. We'll give Leo a challenge. If he can solve it, he may." "Stay," Leo agreed. The challenge was to repair an ancient device that controlled the water flow in the city. The device had stopped working, causing problems for many aliens. Leo walked to the machine. It was big and covered in strange symbols. Leo studied it carefully, touched the metal, listened to the sounds, and thought deeply. After hours of work, Leo found the problem. A small part was broken and needed to be replaced. Leo did not have the part, but he used his tools and made a new one. Slowly, the machine started to move. Water flowed again through the city. The aliens cheered. Kalo smiled. "You have done well, human. You may stay." Nara's eyes shone with happiness. She held Leo's hand. "I knew you could do it." From that day, Leo was accepted by many. Aliens, some still doubted, but most began to respect him. They saw that strength came from the mind and heart, not just size. Leo and Nara spent more time together. They shared meals and stories. Leo taught Nara about human music and games. Nara showed Leo how to hunt and build. One day, while they were walking near a river, Nara said, "Leo, your world and mine are very different, but we can learn from each other." Leo smiled. "Yes, and together, we can make both worlds better." Bond grew stronger, but not all aliens were happy. Some warned Nara to stay away from humans. "They're dangerous," they said. Nara did not listen. She trusted Leo. She believed in their friendship. Leo, too, was ready to face any challenge. He knew that with Nara by his side, they could change the future. One night, under the stars, Leo whispered again, "Try me." Nara smiled and replied, "I will." Together, they looked at the sky, dreaming of a world where humans and aliens could live as one. Days turned into weeks, and Leo and Nara's friendship grew deeper. They spent more time together, exploring Vera's wide forests and high mountains. Each day they learned more about each other's worlds, hopes, and dreams. Nara showed Leo the secret places on Vera, hidden caves filled with glowing crystals, wide fields where giant flowers bloomed, and rivers that sang in the wind. Leo was amazed by the beauty of the planet. He told Nara stories about Earth's the blue oceans, tall green trees, and cities full of light and noise, despite their differences. They found joy in simple things, watching the stars, sharing meals, and talking late into the night. Nara liked Leo's laughter, which was light and full of hope. Leo admired Nara's strength, both in her body and her heart. One evening, as the two sat on a hilltop watching the twin moons rise, Nara said softly, "Leo, some of my people still do not understand us. They see your kind as small and weak." Leo nodded. "I know. But sometimes it takes time for people to change. We must be patient." Nara looked at him with a serious face. Do you think it is possible for our worlds to be friends? To live together? Leo smiled gently.
I believe.
So, when we care for each other, size does not matter. What matters is trust. Their hands found each other, fingers gently touching. A quiet moment passed, full of meaning, but their closeness did not go unnoticed. Some aliens watched them with suspicion. There were whispers and cold looks. Nara felt the weight of their judgment. One day, as Nara and Leo walked through the city, a group of aliens blocked their path. "You should not spend time with humans," said a tall alien named Voker. His voice was harsh. "They do not belong here." Nara stood tall. "Leo is my friend. He has done nothing wrong," Voker sneered. "Friend, you will bring trouble to our people." Leo stepped forward, his voice calm but firm. "We are not enemies. We want peace." Voker laughed. "Peace. Humans only bring war." The tension grew, but Nara did not back down. You judge without knowing. Leo is kind and brave. Voker shook his head and left, but his words stayed in the air. Leo looked at Nara. "We must be careful. Not everyone will accept us." Nara nodded. "I am ready. With you, I am strong." Their bond became stronger because of the challenges. They helped each other face the fears and doubts of others. One night, Leo showed Nara something new. He played a song on a small device. The music was soft and full of feeling. Nara closed her eyes and let the sound fill her heart. "This is beautiful," she said. "It is called music," Leo replied. "It can bring people together." Nara smiled. "Then we will make a new song for our worlds." As the days passed, Leo and Nara planned to meet the leaders of Vera together. They hoped to show everyone that humans and aliens could work as one team. But before that could happen, Nara felt something strange inside her, a new feeling, soft and warm. She did not understand it at first. Leo noticed her change. "Okay?" he asked. Nara nodded, but kept the feeling to herself. One evening, as they sat under the stars, Nara whispered, "Leo, I think something is happening. Something new." Leo took her hand. "Whatever it is, we will face it together." And so, their story moved forward to souls from different worlds, connected by trust, hope, and something more. The days on Vera passed quietly, but inside Nara something was changing. First she thought it was only a small feeling, like a gentle breeze. But slowly it grew stronger, warm and steady, filling her with hope and wonder. One morning Nara woke early and looked at the sky. The two moons were still shining softly. She felt a mix of excitement and fear. She decided to visit Leo. She wanted to tell him what was happening. Leo was waiting near the river where they often met. When Nara came, he smiled warmly. "Good morning, Nara," he said. "You look different today." Nara took a deep breath. "Leo, I have news. I am carrying your child." Leo's eyes widened in surprise. For a moment, he was quiet. Then a big smile spread across his face. "Your child?" he asked gently. "Yes," Nara replied. "This is very rare. Between our species, this does not happen often. It is something new." Leo took her hands in his. "This child is a sign of hope. It means we can build a new future." But the news was not easy for everyone to accept. When Nara told her people, many were shocked. Some were happy, but others were afraid. The leader, Kalo, called a meeting to talk about the news. Many aliens gathered in the Great Hall. The air was tense. Kalo spoke first. "This child is a new beginning, but also a challenge. We do not know what this means for our people." One elder said, "It is unnatural. We must be careful." Another added, "We must protect our traditions." Nara stood strong. "This child is a gift. It is a bridge between us. We should welcome it." Leo also spoke. "On Earth, different people live together and learn from each other. This child can help us all." Slowly, the room grew quiet. Some began to see hope in their words. Others still held fear in their hearts. Outside the hall, some aliens whispered and watched Nara and Leo closely. Not all trusted the small human or the tall alien woman. Despite the worry, Nara felt the strength of new life inside her. She cared for it deeply and promised to protect it. Leo stayed by her side, helped her with everything, showing kindness and love. He learned more about the alien ways and helped Nara find peace. One day, as they walked through a field of glowing flowers, Nara stopped. She looked at Leo and said, "This child is not just ours. It belongs to all who want peace." Leo nodded. "We must show the others that love is stronger than fear." Their friends, the ones who had accepted Leo before, now helped them more. They shared stories and hopes for the future, but the challenges were not gone. Some groups tried to stop Nara from moving freely. They wanted to keep the old ways and feared change. Nara and Leo faced these challenges with courage. They did not fight with anger, but with words and truth. They spoke to the people, showing them that the child inside Nara was a symbol of trust and unity. As the moons of Vera shone brighter, so did hope in many hearts. Nara looked at Leo and whispered, "Our journey is just beginning." Leo smiled and held her close. "Together, we will face whatever comes." And so, on a planet far from Earth, a new life grew, only inside Nara, but in the hearts of many who dreamed of a better tomorrow. The news of Nara carrying Leo's child spread quickly through the cities and villages of Vera. Some were happy and hopeful, but others felt fear and anger. Change was hard for many. One group of aliens, led by a fierce warrior named Raylock, believed that the union between human and alien was wrong. They thought it would weaken their race. Raylock and his followers began to speak loudly against Leo and Nara. "We must protect our people," Raylock said. "This child is a risk. Humans are not like us. They will bring danger." Nara heard the words but did not let fear rule her. She knew that Leo was brave and kind. Together they had to face the challenge. One evening, while Leo and Nara were walking near the tall trees, Raylock and his group appeared. They blocked the path with angry faces. "You do not belong here," Raylock said to Leo. "Leave Vera before it is too late." Leo stood his ground. "I came in peace. I will not leave." Raylock raised his hand to strike, but Nara stepped forward. "Stop. Violence is not the answer," Raylock laughed. "You are weak if you do not fight." Leo looked at Nara and whispered, "Try me." With a sudden move, Leo used a small device to create a bright light. The light surprised Raylock and his followers. Leo was quick and clever. He moved with speed they did not expect. Nara joined Leo. Her strength was great, but she held back. She did not want to hurt anyone. Raylock saw that Leo was not an easy opponent, but he was stubborn and angry. "This is not over," Raylock warned. The group left, but watched from a distance. They planned their next move. Leo and Nara knew they had to prepare. They spoke with the leaders who supported them. Together, they made plans to keep their people safe. Leo shared ideas from Earth. "We can build better defenses, not only with weapons but with trust. If we work together, no one can harm us," Nara agreed. "We will protect our home and our future." Days passed. Leo taught the aliens new ways to use their technology. He showed how to create shields and alarms that could warn of danger. The aliens were amazed at his knowledge. Nara helped train those who wanted to learn. She showed how strength and kindness could go together. Slowly, more aliens joined Leo and Nara. They saw that the human was not weak, but brave and smart. One night, Leo and Nara stood on a hilltop, looking at the stars. "We have enemies," Leo said quietly, "but we have hope too." Nara smiled. "With you, I feel strong enough to face anything." Their child was growing inside Nara, a symbol of new life and new hope. The people of Vera began to talk. Many wanted peace and friendship. They listened to Leo and Nara's story. Even Raylock's followers began to question their anger. Some came to watch Leo and Nara from afar, curious about the bond they shared. One day, a young alien approached. "Leo, I want to learn from you," he said shyly. Leo welcomed him. Everyone can learn and grow. The future was still uncertain, but for the first time, was filled with possibility. Nara looked at Leo and whispered, Together, we are stronger. Leo took her hand. Together, we will build a new world. So, on the great planet of Vera, two different worlds began to unite through courage, trust, and love. After the danger passed, life on Vera began to change. The story of Leo and Nara spread far and wide. Many aliens were inspired by their courage and love. Slowly, old fears began to fade. Leo and Nara worked hard to bring their worlds closer. They met with leaders, teachers, and families. They shared ideas about peace, friendship, and cooperation. One day, Leo stood before a large group of aliens. He spoke clearly and kindly. "We are not so different. We all want to live happily and safely. Together, we can build a better future." Nara stood beside him, proud and strong. "Our child will be a symbol of this new beginning. A child born from two worlds, full of hope." The crowd listened carefully. Many nodded in agreement. A new council was formed, made of humans and aliens. Working side by side, they planned projects to help everyone. They built schools where children learned both alien and human knowledge. Leo taught about Earth's technology and ideas. Nara showed how to respect nature and tradition. The people of Vera began to visit Earth through spaceships. Humans came to Vera too, bringing gifts and stories. The two worlds grew closer. Sharing their strengths and helping each other, Nara's pregnancy became a celebration for many. The child was not just Nara and Leo's, but a promise of peace. Friends and strangers sent gifts and good wishes. The air was full of hope and joy. One evening, Leo and Nara walked beneath the stars. Nara smiled softly. "We have come far, but there is still much to do." Leo squeezed her hand. "Yes, but with each step, we grow stronger." As the moons rose, they dreamed of the future where humans and aliens lived as one family. Nara looked at Leo and whispered, "Thank you for believing in us." Leo smiled warmly. "Thank you for trusting me." Together, they faced the new days. With courage and love, the day had finally come. On the great planet of Vera, Nara was ready to give birth. The sun was just rising, casting warm light over the tall trees and shining stones of her home. Leo was by her side, calm and strong. He held her hand and whispered, "You are brave, Nara. Together, we will welcome our child." Nara smiled, feeling his courage flow into her. This child was not only theirs, it was a symbol of hope for two worlds. The people of Vera had gathered nearby, watching and waiting. Many were nervous, but most were filled with hope and joy. They wanted to see this new life that could bring peace and friendship. The birth was long but gentle. Nara's strength shone through every moment. Leo supported her, speaking softly and encouraging her. At last, a small cry filled the air. The child was born, a beautiful mix of human and alien features. The baby's skin was smooth like the aliens, but its eyes were bright and curious like humans. Single quotes, Nara held the child. Close. Tears of happiness ran down her face. Leo looked with pride and wonder. "This child is our future," Leo said softly. "A new beginning for us all." The leaders of Vera stepped forward to greet the child. Kahlo, the leader, smiled kindly. "You have given us a great gift, Nara and Leo. This child will be a bridge between our people." The child's name was chosen carefully, a name that meant hope in both human and alien languages. The people cheered, feeling joy and peace in their hearts. Days passed, and the child grew strong. Nara and Leo taught the baby about both worlds. They showed love and kindness, patience and courage. The child learned quickly, playing with other children, human and alien alike. The baby's laughter was like music, bringing smiles to all faces. Nara and Leo's story became famous across the stars. Other planets heard about the child who was born from two worlds. Many were inspired to try peace and friendship in their own homes. Leo thought about Earth and the long journey that had brought him here. He knew that the future was brighter because of this child. One evening, as the sun set, Leo and Nara sat together with their child, Sky was full of stars. Nara whispered, "We made a new world, Leo. One where love is bigger than fear." Leo smiled and kissed her forehead. It all started when I whispered, "Try me." Together they looked up at the stars, dreaming of a future where all beings, big or small, from near or far, could live in peace and friendship. Their story was a reminder. Strength comes not from size or power, but from the heart. And so, on the great planet Vera, two worlds became one, forever changed by love, courage, and hope.